Hey guys, this week's topic is temple, and you're probably wondering what my interpretation is going to be. Well, Glamewitz said that her temple, or inner temple, was down there. Well, I'm going to speak what I think everyone's inner temple is, and I'm just going to, it's kind of like picking off where Glammy left off. But for men, I see it not so much as an inner temple, but more so as an outer temple. And the reason why I think all of us should view our penis or our vagina as temples is because it is a very, very, very sacred instrument. The reason why I'm saying it's very sacred is because when those two temples reach each other's doors and they create this union and this one temple, when the two temples go into each other, these instruments, these temples can create life. That's why we must care for our temples. We must care for our bodies. And you could view your body as a temple as well. But we are very, very sacred beings. And I think, yes, our body can be a temple, but I think the most sacred part of our bodies is down there. Because without, with both of them, you have to have both to make one. Now, if you don't have sex to have kids, or if you are homosexual or something like that, you can still view down there as sacred, because just because you might not reproduce, because some women who cannot have children can still view it down there as sacred, because that body part, even though sometimes people don't want to have kids, don't join in reproducing or having children, you can still view that as sacred, because that body part can still, I don't know how I'm going to describe this, that body part has the potential to create something, and you don't have to use it to create something. I'm just saying we should view our body parts as sacred, no matter what your sexual orientation is, because no matter what you are, your instrument down there has the power to create life. But also, you can still have a child if you're gay. You can have a surrogate mother. You can donate your sperm. So still, you can view that as something sacred. You can view that down there as something sacred, because those two temples, are like they're temples, and I call them instruments. And when those two temples get together, they can create. Even if you don't join in it, like I've said, you could still view it as sacred. So the next time you are with your temple, or pampering your temple, or cleaning up the temple, or just really, getting to know your temple, and playing with your temple, and I'm being serious, I'm not trying to be funny, the more you get to know your temple, the more you get to know yourself in a way, because you will feel so powerful. You will be like, this is not just a penis. This is not just a thing. This thing is the key that unlocks the female's door. It's the key that unlocks the temple to children or babies, to pleasureness and happiness. this key can cause something so powerful. This temple inside here has stuff stored in it, sperm, to create children. And something that powerful, I think, is the most powerful thing we as human beings have, is our down there, is because that can create something. That can create life. That can create pleasure and happiness. So yes, that's why I think we all should see each other's things as sacred. And like I said, again in this video, if you do not reproduce for reasons, if you can't have children or whatever, still view it as sacred, because you could say, even though I'm not participating in having a child or reproducing, I still am a powerful human being because this can create life. So that is my view on a temple. For all your temples should be clean, your temples should be taken well care of, and you should have fun with your temple and be safe when you're doing that. But really care for it. And like I said this, I'm going to say it one more time. Your temple is sacred and it can create life. Okay? So that is my little view for this week. Love yourself, love your temples, visit your temples, be with your temples, and please take care of your temples. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great week, and until next we meet, blessed be.